I told y'all it was going to be a weird week, man. I got my 8 years of THORnews anniversary coming up in a week. So I'm having to look back as like everything's crazy. So it's like ghosts of Christmas past, ghosts of Christmas present, and ghosts of Christmas future all happening at once. Is that quantum? Or is that beta? Or meta? But seriously, December of 2019, when Space Force was created and Cats came out, it was like 10 years ago, wasn't it? Time machine flash forward back to now. I won Selena Gomez, Anya Taylor-Joy, Alexis Knapp, Ariana Grande, Amelia Clark, Jessica Neri, Nagiri, Jessica Chastain, Nicole, Valkyrie, Ellie Tooth, Karen Gillan, Billie Eilish, and Gook City. But Taylor Swift is all yours. That's great. Like 2020 X-Men Slumber Party is going to be fantastic. The X-Men Sleepover Slumber Party Pillow Fight is going to be fantastic. Donald Trump said he won the election. Now, I don't know if he's talking about the 2016 election or 2020 election, but like the communication skills with everyone are crazy, and it's hard to tell what is, real and what is fake and what is simulation. We had the Jupiter Pluto third conjunction of the year, and then Mars went station and is now direct, and then bang, you and I are in new moon energy here. And so in July, QAnon was like, the COVID-19 narrative ends the day after the election. And it is the 16th of August. Wait, no, it is the 16th of freaking November. And I shit you not, like a day ago, Elon Musk is like, dude, I took some COVID tests. 2 were positive, 2 were negative, and these tests are bogus. And then, like, 12 hours later, it was like, well, I think he may have the mild case of the coronavirus, so he will not be there to attend the second astronaut launch into low Earth orbit, or as Muggles call it, space. So as, Star-Lord New Thor 7, the T, your Asteroid Fight Club dude, and Planetary Defense Commander, I got to, take points off of Elon for catching the virus. But then I got to give Elon points for launching astronauts even into low Earth orbit safely twice. And he's 48. So it's always like a weird mirror. He's Elon Musk and I'm your Planetary Defense Commander. We disagree on things sometimes, and we definitely have different communication efforts. We may or may not be, we may or may not have the same taste in women, which could be problematic. And I'm like perpetually single, and he sort of appears to be too. I don't know. What was it talking about? So I was saying, this is a weird week. We were 4 days in. I warned us on the 12th. And so like he got the virus right as Mars stationed and stopped and went still. So for those out there who may or may not track astronomy and astrology, that was interesting to have that happen exact moment. I wish him and his family well, although we have issues. I don't want him to die, but I want him to stop acting like a jackass. But I want me to stop acting like a jackass. I want us all to stop acting like jackasses. It's all to get better. What was it talking about? So my information that I've been giving you guys about the coronavirus has been as good as anyone on Earth all year long. So for like 5 weeks, I haven't been listening to people that much. No offense. But yeah, this is like from Saturday, and we had like 1,200 people die, and our hospitalizations are back to record levels almost. Like, we are looking at a very dark winter, crazy Thanksgiving. My Thanksgiving plans are to stay home. I'm in lockdown for 2 weeks, man. I have a car I can go pick up when I go see my mama, but I'm still waiting because I said I'd go pick it up after the election. The election is not over because everybody's crazy, and The virus is about to explode. The same warnings I gave. I talked about the winter wave all year long, saying prepare for this thing. So I have gone into informal super lockdown for 2 weeks just to watch the data, and you can do whatever you want to do, but danger is around and people are dying and people are going hungry, and you're having the Nicaragua area get hit with 2 major hurricanes in a very short amount of time, just as Vietnam and the Philippines have been dealing with major storms. A tornado just hit New York. Half the people seem unhappy with all the calls half the time. I don't do your own math. And here's the deal, man. Like 20 years ago, everyone was obsessed with talking about Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and the Backstreet Boys. Fast forward 20 more years, and Biden and Trump, 2 elderly white men, have become the like Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys and Justin Timberlake. That's all everybody talks about all the time. So yeah, I'm going to wear a mask. Probably going to not let the moose lick my car because I don't have it. I don't have any choice. Like, it's 300 miles north. I don't really have any say, but I don't think there are any mooses in Texas. What was I talking about? Guatemala volcanoes be popping as the hurricanes are probably tracking the magma movement. Are we allowed to talk on that level, or you guys to talk about politics and shit? I told everybody almost all year to be prepared for winter wave lockdown starting at the end of October, and then they would be rolling through November. We're now 2 weeks in, and other than 1 or 2 more grocery store trips for cigarettes and food, I should be hopefully ready to go for the next 6 weeks. If we don't go anywhere, I mean, I'm just mentally, physically, spiritually, although I'm overweight, but prepared for lockdown phase 2 for winter wave, because winter is coming. And we could see 2,000 to 4,000 people die a day. But I am staying optimistic because they just took Baby Yoda to space, man. And the day after my birthday last year, on the 20th, is when Space Force was created. People on the left make fun of Space Force because they didn't like Trump, but Space Force will continue for decades, man, regardless of president. So I think Biden won the election. And so, as Planetary Defense Commander, it's interesting to see. You know, I was Planetary Defense Commander under Obama. I've been Planetary Defense Commander under Trump. So I'm interested to see the Biden style, and I've done my best under each one. So yeah, I'm excited that Baby Yoda went to space. And so even though I'm going to stay home by myself all alone, a week from now on my 8-year anniversary, and probably a week after that on Thanksgiving, I'm going to do my best to have fun, be cool, enjoy life, and be thankful for everything good in the world. And that people have bought into pessimism for 20 straight years. And that is not me, and that will not be me, and that is definitely never Thor during a holiday season rolling into Thanksgiving and Christmas. Plus Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year, Jupiter-Saturn conjunction. And so I'm tired of talking about politics. You know, we got major hurricanes, major volcanoes, major crazy people doing major crazy things. We got humor. And to escape the madness, I like to watch sitcoms and write my own X-Men movies in my mind. I drew this in like 2010, I think, and I was trying to work out the Planet X problem, you know, binary bodies and the Roche limits and stuff, multiple binaries. Yeah, I gained some weight after being in lockdown for like 3 years, but being great at Planetary Defense Commander, giving you guys good information. It's very Wu-Tangy. So like Christmas present feels very Wu-Tangy right now. And I believe true romance is possible at Trader Joe's and maybe other places over the next 6 weeks. Christmas miracles are real, yo. So it's like my birthday on the 19th of December. Will I make it? Will I spend my birthday alone? You know? And then the 20th, you have, around that time, you have Jupiter and Saturn leaving Capricorn, which I've been talking about forever. I've been like marking it off on my calendar every single day. Like, oh my God, I can't wait till we get done with this shit. for reals. And then you got the conjunction where Jupiter and Saturn are going to be lined up in the sky and Aquarius on the 21st. So I've been like looking towards that part of the season all year long. And I had like people since 2013 been like, we're going to kill you. And definitely from like 2017 through 2020, people like been like, we're going to kill you. I'm still here. And it's definitely more interesting every day, but it's definitely dangerous. And it's no picnic in Toronto either, as major storm hits. So, like, yeah, we're in the middle of this wild week I've been telling y'all about, and I've been having to adjust with the new Martian direct energy and even work through all my shadow anger stuff because I'm angry, I'm angry at myself and I'm angry at everybody else. We should be doing way better than this, and you know that. And, like, I'm Gen X, and this is like a baby boomer election. And, like, they can't even figure out how to have an election and get it right, Let alone fixing healthcare and the Social Security system and all the other problems they had to fix for 40 years. And so that's like, look at all the shit we inherited. I inherited. But, we're hanging in there. And Asteroid Fight Club is pretty awesome. But I've been recommending everybody play defense and stock up for our super crazy middle of November through December. And you can almost count on lockdowns rolling around your town or city at some point in time. And so just do your best to enjoy it. It's like you're getting a month staycation, for lack of a better term. And I believe I have done a fantastic job 8 years at THORnews. I have done an amazing job. And so that's kind of my feeling over the next 2 weeks as I celebrate. I can't believe I've been doing this for 8 years. Man, yeah, how cool it must have been to be like a Air Force World War II pilot. Can you imagine what it must have been like back then in those planes? Like, they didn't know, world travel wasn't totally industrialized and commercialized yet, but to just get in a plane in World War II, and that would have been incredible. It seemed like a better experience than everybody sitting at home yelling at each other about which baby boomer they hate the most. So yes, things are very bad. We are just now slowly leaving the Hades region, but I'm still going to be like, the sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, come what may. But remind y'all that, hey, we could get to a point where we lose 2,000 to 4,000 Americans every single day over the next 6 weeks. France lost 953. Like 2 days ago in one day, they have 60 million people. If you times that out by America's 330 million people, that equates out to 4,500 dead people a day. And so I have been good at telling y'all what to prepare for, but most people just prefer YouTube guys who tell them when it's going to be cold and snowing. Shout out to Melissa Constanzer. She's good at all the seasons. Yeah, dude, apparently this isn't helping them defrost the fridge or freezer. I stole that joke. Or should I say, I won that joke. Nah, it was Neil's. So yeah, there are a lot of natural disasters happening, and the weather is definitely going to be weird as Saturn and Jupiter move away from Pluto in Capricorn over the next 2-3 months. Technically the next 3 years as Pluto leaves Capricorn are still going to be super challenging. But neither science nor religion can explain how when you put butter on toast and then sprinkle cinnamon and sugar, it is so good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to recalibrate. And my haters and hackers have been very upset since the election. Like, really upset. And, I'm like, hey, can't y'all go back and talk about the mini ice age or whatever? Grand minimum dominion or whatever. I think The Rock should play Colossus when they add the X-Men to the Marvel Universe. I've been very adamant about that for a while. I get it. He's not Russian. Peter was Russian in X-Men, but trust me, we'll work around it. And the Marvel X-Men universe I want and need is going to be filled with comedy. It's almost like a Parks and Rec of X-Men. Brooklyn 99, Cheers-ish. Yeah, there'd be action and fighting, of course. Hey, dude, Texas is getting super fucked up right now. They have like 10 new mobile morgues at the hospitals in El Paso. Like they're having a New York moment in El Paso, Texas. And it's not only El Paso, it's the Panhandle is getting hammered. People are dying, a lot of them. Soon Lubbock could get as bad as El Paso, and now numbers are going up in North Texas. DFW elsewhere in northern part of our triangle. Also look at Waco, Austin, etc. And I think it becomes more contagious and more of a problem in really cold areas, or the colder it gets, the more sustainable and staying power it has. And so me being right here, I and we, knock on wood, in Houston have been doing decent in comparison to all the other places in Texas near the colder zones. So I thank Jesus, God, and all the angels and all the cool people out there. And so, in 2020, even when I was talking about 2017, I said the place I wanted to run out the craziest years, I felt safest in Houston. Some people were like Colorado. Some people were like New Zealand. I was like, I'll be in Houston. Anyway, so we got wave after wave of infections. We got wave after wave of storms. We're stuck in an election that who knows when that shit is going to end. Now they're like, well, let's just see what happens on the 20th. So I feel like I've done the best I could all year to prepare everybody for the winter wave, which we are going into. And so even on a narrative sense, like I've done all my work for 11 and a half months to get, I started in December at the eclipse, talking about the year we'd have up until Christmas. And so like we are going into the super dark winter wave, man. And I want to be alive, happy, and healthy for the next total solar eclipse in the United States, which will arrive on April 8th, 2024. The other one, they make like a big X, kind of where the two eclipses X. I was born near there. Just an interesting factoid. And so if I can hang out for 3 more years, the eclipse literally goes over my mama's ranch, dude. So it'd be cool to have a party there, So my thoughts and prayers and good wishes are up most of the time, but with all the anger and everybody hate and all the Capricorn energy, there are just times where, like if people are going to be dumb or not smart or not wise or not playing defense, they're like people are going to die like in large waves over the next 6 weeks. We could see over, 100, 200,000 people die and from the winter wave in 6 weeks. It's going to get, it's hard to keep your store of 100 people over when like 5 people die in a week and nobody's having funerals. These times, they are crazy. So I'm recommending staying cool. I'm recommending being kind. I'm recommending everybody try and work together. I'm recommending find things to be thankful for. Yeah, dude, man. But I'm having a hard time communicating. I'm working through a lot of personal stuff. Being locked down for 3 years is really kind of, it messes with your mind. You got to make attitude adjustments all the time while dealing with all the energy that is coming in, especially if you have empathy. And doom and gloom is not the biscuit I want to butter, baby. And they took Baby Yoda to space. And Elon got the Rona, asterisk. So it's weird. It's the best of times. It's the worst times. Yay. And so I'm going to do the best I can. And I'm always kind of a perpetual optimist that draws luck to him around the holidays. You do pandemic you, and I'll do pandemic me. And hopefully we'll meet somewhere in the middle, because I pray you're cool and awesome. And so, yeah, I won all these fantastic ladies. And so we are going to have the greatest X-Men slumber party pillow fight of all time. So brush up on your dialogue skills now. Yeah. And pre-production. Mom, Lisa's dissing me. And so that's the whole thing when I make new moon lists. planet, their X-Men lists. But when I would do that before, like earlier in 2018, 2019, I ended up just by chance, accidentally, kismet, whatever. I was sitting on a bench like 3 feet away from 4 of these women. Although one was in a different room, and yeah. And they're all more gorgeous and have fantastic, better posture in person. And so Christmas miracles are possible, even if they happen in July. And so if you think positive thoughts and you do your best to work hard and be cool, good things can happen. If you have good wishes, I guess. X-Men forever. So yeah, things are weird. But please try and keep a sense of humor, be cool, and the winter's coming, the White Walkers. It's the virus. It's like aliens. We're on Spaceship Earth. Do the best you can. Okay, I'm going to continue to try and keep you guys informed because that hurricane is super bad, horrible to Nicaragua and surrounding areas. You have the Vietnam, Philippines situation, the whole super virus explosion across the planet, people losing their minds. And I'm going to do what I can to celebrate the week of, I did 8 years of doing this, and I've done a great job. And I love y'all. God bless everyone. Stay cool. And the whole being a mean, being a bully, gossiping all the time, that worked really well from like 2012 through 2020, but it's ending, and that won't be the way of 2021. So yeah, this year is brutal. We've made it all the way through. It's still going to keep getting weird, but we're going to make it, man. I'm proud of y'all. I love you. And we're still going to have a lot of work to do, but 2024, 2025, 2026, 2027, roaring 20s are going to be the greatest party of all time. All right, this is me 3 days after November 23rd, 2012, which was when I started doing THORnews, at least one video a week. And, it came to almost a video a day, but this is what I look like, and it's just like we can look back, like how much have you changed during the whole Mayan calendar 8-year 2012 2020 cycle. Who were you before? Who are you now? And the universe, we're going to reward you for all your works as a good person. You would have hopefully a lot to look forward to over the next 10 years, and that's how I feel. I've kicked ass, so we can rebuild and relearn how to be awesome together. Because that's like, I warned everyone in Asteroid Fight Club for 5 years that like the universe was going to hand us a challenge that we all had to tackle together. And so we got a virus, and we're almost done with the year, and we haven't figured out how to tackle it, but we will. Okay? I love you. Okay. Yeah, but that was me. See? I'm a handsome dude. I'm chubby. Might even be fat. Technically, I think I'm obese at the moment. But I always gain weight, lose weight, gain weight. So when I'm not in lockdown, I look forward to being in shape again. Sidebar.